Oh yeah, off-roading.
Good evening everybody, Calm Biker here, and it's time for another episode in the Video Editing Basics for Vloggers series. And this one's going to carry on from the previous episode, which was about crossfades. And today we're going to talk about transitions. Transitions are not something I'm a big fan of. Some of them are quite nice, some are a bit over the top, and they're very easy to overuse. But some people like them, so we'll have a look at them. So what I've got here is two clips. See those there? One overlapping the other, as we did in the last video. So that gives us our crossfade. So if we just have a quick look at these. Also, I've taken the sound out. And here's the fade. Nothing spectacular, just me riding around the town as usual. But what I want to look at is transitions. So transitions replace that crossfade. So this 2-second gap here we can replace with various animated transitions. I'll show you one and how you configure it, and the same principle basically applies to them all, and I'll put a few examples at the end of this video. The types of transition that are available to you will be dependent upon the version of Movie Studio that you've got installed. So depending on what extras you've got and whether you've installed them or not, if you've got just the basic Sony Movie Studio, if you've got the Platinum Suite, or if you've got the Big Brother, they might have different transitions. So how do we set up a transition? Nice and easy. In this area where we've got the crossfade, just right click, and you see at the top, transition properties. Give that one a click, and it gives you a list of all of the plugins. These are all the transitions that are available. You see there's lots of Sony ones. I think they're the standard ones. And you've got these newblue, which were some extras that came with Movie Studio Platinum Edition. But there's lots and lots to play with. So let's try 3D blinds. So all we need to do is click it, click on Add, and when we get back to the window, you see we've got a new section here for the 3D blinds. And also if you look at the bottom where the crossfade was, it now says 3D blinds. So let's just play that and see what happens. You'll see it's like a Venetian blind effect as it switches from one video to the next. And that's a transition set up. As simple as that. Now what you can do as well is modify how the blinds are actually working. So you see at the minute we've got 8 divisions. So we might want more than that. And each one of those divisions is one of the kind of slats if you imagine a Venetian blind. So let's have a look again. So a lot more now. Or we can have fewer. So I should have big ones. There you go. I quite like the default of 8. Extra spins, so we can make it spin around a few extra times rather than just a half spin, the kind of 3D effect. Round it goes, round and round and round. Quite difficult to see on the preview, but if I step through it more slowly, you see how it's spinning. And there are other effects as well. So I don't know if you've noticed, but as that's going through, there's kind of a white specular light, as they call it, that moves across the blinds. And that's controlled with a specular light setting. So we can turn that off, turn it back on, put it somewhere in between. You can also do things like stagger the opening of the blinds, so they don't all go at once. Which is quite interesting. And we can change the direction as well, so left to right, right to left, top to bottom, bottom to top. We'll go top to bottom and see what the effect is. There you go. So you can see there's lots of different effects you can apply within that one transition, and there are lots of transitions for you to play with. The best way really to learn about these is just to play with them, but I'll put a few examples using these two clips at the end of this video for you to have a look and get an idea of what the different transitions are that are available. So thank you for watching. Hope this one helps you. Ride safe everyone, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention was how you remove a transition. So at the minute we've got this transition here for 3D blinds, and it's quite easy. Again, right click on the transition properties to show the details, and you can edit it from here if you were unhappy with what you had in the first place. Or this button at top right, remove selected plugin. Click on that one and it removes the transition and returns you to a crossfade.